Alright, hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. Hope you're all doing well, hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. We're going live with our hobby hangout. Hope you're all doing well. What is everyone working on today? If you're in the chat, let us know what hobby you're working on. We're going to be painting up some old Wild Riders. I've done the horses, I've just got to do the cavalry, like the actual riders. So we're getting on with them. And then once they're done, it's just the tree lords and my banners to finish. And we're sweet. So that's what we're going to be doing. So yeah, if you're doing some hobby, let us know what you're working on. Just gonna post all the things that we are live. But yeah, hope everyone is doing great and dandy. So yeah, if you're doing some hobby, let us know what you're working on. Lovely to hear from you all. All right. Yeah, so let us know what you're hobbying on if you're joining us tonight. Alright, we're going to start on our gold for our Wild Rider Cavalryman. So yeah, we're just getting the gold done. The more major colors on these models. Yeah, we're working on the old. So I had a unit of the old Wild Riders, the old metal ones on the horses. So I thought I'd do them for my army. Models I've had sitting around for ages, so thought we'd use them in the force, which is pretty cool. Really nice old models. They look great once they're painted up. Yeah, if you're joining us, let us know what hobby you're working on at the moment. Yeah, so just painting up these Wild Riders. And once I've got them done, it'll be pretty much just... I've got 2 Tree Lords to do and basing. And some banners. I've got to work on some banners because I did 1 banner freehand, so now I've got to do all my banners freehand to try and keep upping my game. I want to have my banners looking awesome. Like, let's do something special with this army and really push myself with those banners. Find where all the gold is on these models. One wide run done. For his gold, at least, anyway. Hi, Tyrant Red. Nice to see you there, mate. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Just painting up the actual wild riders now. Actual riders for the cavalry that I did. I finished up the horses on the other week. What are you working on at the moment, Hive Tyrant Red? New Slaanesh models, I don't know. They're okay. To me, they're okay. Like, Slaanesh in general, to me, is okay. No real Slaanesh model has captured my... no real Slaanesh model other than Sigvald has ever really captured my imagination. Like, yeah, nah, none of them really have bar Sigvald. I like the new models. I wouldn't say I love them. I like them. I think they're cool. That is the extent of my like for them. And Simon, thank you very much, mate. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel, mate. As always, if you're enjoying the channel, don't forget to come jump on the Discord server if you're not already there, mate. And come join in the chat and the conversation there. You can sort of, if you have videos that you want to hear topics about and stuff like that, you can leave suggestions down there. And suggestions from Make Sense, suggestion from Patreon and YouTube members will get the first picks of stuff that gets done. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's definitely, I think, some room for some conversion work in there, like to use them as other models and stuff like that. Yeah, definitely think there's some stuff there for him. So once I finish this Wood Elf army, looks like I'm going to be painting up just a small Sylvaneth army. Try and get that done for a 1500 point event. Hopefully be able to get that done in time. I'm going to attempt to smash out Curse City as well. So I'll have a few little projects on the go soon. I'll really try and get done. Jerome, I get that. No, Jerome, I get that. I did feel that way when Celeste got rules for 40k as well. I wish there were characters in one game that weren't in the other, especially for the Demon and Chaos armies. But on that same thing, I get why GW do it. It makes that army the cross-compatible army. No, I get why they do it. If they can come up with a great lore reason for 40k, sure, let's do it. Oh, nice! You got a Goku or Monkey Madness, whatever you want to call him. I'm a bit of the younger generation as well, so he's Goku to me. It's not Magic Monkey to me, although I know where the reference is from. I'm definitely not of the generation that knows that as well. You're working on a Celestine Prime? Awesome. I've got a Celestine Prime in my 24-hour army challenge, so we'll see how that goes. But the big man is there in that. Yeah. No, Jerome, I get your point heaps, Jerome. Broken Realms Kragnos is looking pretty sweet, though. We're going to get these new Slaanesh twins, Croak. We're getting the cool Witch Hunters. That I'll definitely be getting. You can expect those Witch Hunters to be quickly painted up. I look forward to them. Oh, nice. Yeah, I got my 24-hour challenge, a new Stormcast army. Heavy with Paladins, because I love Paladins, and I just want to see if I can make them work. Yeah, dude, I'm massive into the lore myself as well. If they can give me a good reason why it exists in 40k, I'll buy it. Like, yeah, but yeah, I totally get your point. I wish they would do more to, if they're going to put them in both games, give us a reason why they're in both. Like, push that lore more. Yeah, but yeah, to get your point, Jerome, I do think it would be cool to have like demon models for one game and not the other. I think that's certainly something that like could and probably should be a thing. But I get why they don't do it at GW. Yeah, well, 40k is an ongoing story of sorts. It is easier to like make things work in AOS now, like how they got the story going, and like we are finding the issues with that though, because now we're getting things where like books aren't really getting released as whole things because the game is an evolving narrative, and that perhaps maybe annoys some people. Like, I think they need Games Workshop on that part need to plan a little better on how they're going to do these things. So if they knew these new Slaanesh models were coming, right, they could have made the Slaanesh Battle Tome release after Kragnos or release alongside Kragnos. Like, there was no reason for it to release with Broken Realms Marathi, especially when they weren't like a major part of the story. And could have still had like the Lord of Pain out there, a War Scroll, because he's not a whole book or anything like that. But yeah, I think they need to plan a little better on how they're doing these ongoing story stuff and not make so many feel bads when people buy a book and it's outdated so quickly because they're evolving the narrative story. I think just planning their releases a little better could be something to stop that. I know like their whole plans are completely thrown out the window at the moment as well, hence why I won't go on about it too much. Yeah. Right. Oh, the Soul Grinder? The Soul Grinder was out of place in fantasy. It makes sense in AOS. Well, at least you know, like, Be'lakor may be hard to get for a little bit, but at least you know he will be available. So, if you had the choice, get the thing that's not going to be available and get Be'lakor later. I think while it sucks a little bit, no, you made the right choice out of those things. All right. Any model I'd love to see get a new sculpt. I mean, for me, it's got to be Night Runners. Like for me, number one, more than anything, Night Runners. Give me Clan Ash and Skaven. I love my Ninja Rats. Yeah, Noblars, not much of a fan of Noblars, to be honest. I'd love to see like a cool customizable like man-eater unit would be really cool for ogres. If we're talking on ogre stuff. I mean, they've hit it out of the park with Lord of the Rings lately. Like, the new Airmere model is amazing. Treebeard looks really cool. We're doing pretty well with the models of Lord of the Rings lately. I think a lot of it just needs some updating. To more modern, modernize the range a lot is probably the biggest problem Lord of the Rings has. Yeah, Lord of the Rings are a true 28mm, where fantasy was heroic 28mm and Age of Sigmar is now heroic 32mm. Yeah, Age of Sigmar is like a bigger size game. Age of Sigmar has upped their size of model. Like they went from, as I said, 28mm heroic to 32mm heroic, which is good. Yeah, Warhammer puts a lot of hero. So the general thing, realistic scale, the model looks like it's real. All its proportions are. Heroic scale places a lot of feature on hands, head, and weapons. That is the big thing about heroic. It makes the things that matter look bigger. Put it this way, like you watch like anime, for instance, would be a perfect example. Anime is heroic scale, like art, if that makes any sense at all. Like where the heads are very well featured, the weapons are big and massive, the hands are always very large scale. Nope, fucking hell. Oop, I swore. There goes monetizing this video. Oh dear. Well, that's good then. I try to keep stuff family friendly. I blame years of working in kitchens as the reason why I swear a lot. That, and just in Australia, it's not very frowned upon. Like, swearing is very, very common. Like the F word, for example, is an adjective. We use it as an adjective in Australia. It is a describing word. I think out of like the ones that everyone knows, I really like war. Well, I think it's got to be Astral Templars. I think out of the, I think it's got to be Astral Templars. Tempest Law is probably a close second. No, I really like the Celston Prime sculpt. He definitely does not need a new model. He needs new rules, probably. But yeah, I don't see him getting a new model. He's not old enough a model to get a new one. So what do you mean? I actually have some Space Marines. They need to get built and painted, but I have Space Marines. I'm not a fan of. I personally do not like the Stormcast turned into Space Marine look. I think that purpose of like trying to make true scale Marines out of it is sort of defeated now that we have. I don't think an age, like there is an age to a model. I think some old sculpts really hold up currently. Like I would argue that like some of the older sculpts and models, that are like some of the most ancient ones. I mean, Dryads, for instance, like Dryads are 15, 16 years old. They're 2006. What is that? Yeah, 15 years old. And I don't think they need a new sculpt at all. I don't think there's an age for my I think the only time models should get new sculpts is when it warrants it. Has that character become more important? Does he need something to show that he's grander than he was, aka Croak? Or Be'lakor, etc. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, Jerome. For me, I think with like the Primaris coming out, I don't see the need for true scale Marines as much anymore. Primaris sort of fill that role for me. Yeah, I'll get on to painting some 40k eventually. It'll get there eventually for me. See, I really like the malls and stuff for sequiturs. I reckon they're cool. I got my painted sequiturs over there somewhere. Oh no, they're in the cabinet. Alrighty. Alrighty, next stage onto painting. So we can start washing our gold with Reichman flesh shake, or do we? Yeah, we can start washing the gold. Where did I find my flesh shade? There it is. We're just getting a wash of Reichman flesh shade all over our gold, so then we can start working on the next part of the models. Yeah, so what are we all working on? Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see what we get next for Stormcast. What this new starter box, if like these Bretonian style Stormcast are true, I'll be really interested to see what we get. But yeah, something I'm trying to work on for the channel at the moment is we should have battle reports starting to come back in decent number again on the channel. So you have battle reports coming out a lot more often as well, which will be great. That'll be in addition to everything we're already doing. So we're just trying to keep everyone around the world entertained. I know there's still plenty of people that can't do much around the world. So hopefully the channel can give you something to keep you entertained. Me. Just a little bit more gold. I missed a spot. Oh. Of course, I missed one spot on one model. Just the hilt of one sword. So next we're going to get some Lorien Forest on our Wild Raiders. It's a green. This could take a little bit. No, that's brown. Lorien Forest. Colorblindness. Trying to search through colors while colorblind is really hard. Yep, Citadel paints are amazing for being colorblind. They're so easy to use. Yeah, I wish they did too. I mean, I'm not going to complain. The best, you know, there's the best Star Collecting box ever is Cities. Star Collecting Everguard is the best, without a doubt, in my mind. Not biased at all because I love Scourge Privateers, but Yeah, they could definitely do with some like other boxes for cities. Yeah. Talked about that. Like, obviously, we've already got one for Korn and we've already got one for Nurgle, but definitely Slanesh needs one and Zinch needs a mortal one as well for the start collecting boxes. So, yeah. I did a whole video talking about like the Star Collecting boxes and what armies need them. I'll be interested to see what they do with Star Collecting in the future because they've obviously changed away from that to combat patrol boxes in 40k. So I wonder if we're going to see a similar change in what a Star Collecting box is for Age of Sigmar come the new edition. It'd be an interesting thing to look out for, I think. I do believe like the different games require different things to start up, so I'll be interested to see if they keep it or they change it to something similar or change it to something entirely different and have a different sort of method of how to work them for Age of Sigmar. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do in the future with them. there are some that are way off 1,000 points though. Like the Beast of Chaos one isn't even 500. So there are issues with that as well. Yeah. So we're about to put this last wash on. We're probably going to end the hobby stream in a second. But thank you everyone for coming and joining and hanging out tonight. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you all get some more hobby done. We'll be back on Friday night with a hobby hangout, and Friday night as well with Mortal Citizens, the Cities of Sigmar show. So we'll have a ton of live stuff coming to you in the next couple of days. But we're going to call it here because just put some washers down. Don't got to wait for stuff to dry. Thank you all for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay safe, though, everyone. Stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.